Welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. Joining us now is Tara Dimmick with the TK Business Magazine.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, good morning. Pleasure to have you on. So, tell us about the TK Magazine this month. Let's get back bare bones, essentially.
Yes.
I know it's going to be out next week, right?
Next week.
And we're talking, obviously it's business, but we were talking before the show, it's become this bit of renewal almost, the cycle,
Yeah.
if you will. It's very fascinating. So let's start from the beginning. What's going on? Let's bring the cover up here, Colin. It's the first picture I think we got.
Yeah, so the cover, we'll start with the cover,
Yes.
and then we'll kind of talk about the accidental things that kind of happened in this issue, which were fascinating. But yeah, so this is Jessica Barron and her mom, Diana Ramirez. A lot of people know Diana. She owns Express Employment Professionals and has been an entrepreneur in our community for quite a while. And now her daughter is taking her own perspective of entrepreneurship and is opening a boxing rink. So it's super neat. You know, it's neat that it's going to be Mother's Day. So the week of Mother's Day, we have a mother and daughter on the cover, and that was very intentional. But it's also a great story about how those, you know, you think as a parent, like, am I doing the right thing by being an entrepreneur? Because it takes so much away from your family and some of those decisions. And then you get to see your own kid take on that entrepreneurial spirit and have that drive. And I think it's been a very proud moment for Diana.
That's going to be great. I cannot wait to read that article. I love that she's opening a boxing ring.
I know, it's very cool.
I think that's going to be a lot of fun right there. And now, so you said that obviously them with Mother's Day, that was intentional, but you stumbled onto a different trend going on in the business world.
We did. We had 3 articles really that we were excited to showcase. One was about generations, one was about some transitions of ownership, and that one was set up that way. And then there was another one that was actually set around Washburn Tech and a young man named Joe Tanner who was going to take over Fry's Auto. And all of them turned into transition articles. So one is an employee who's taking the reins of the business, which is Fry's Auto. And then you've got 3 businesses that are having new people come in and take over ownership, which is the 3 restaurants, Little Chili Parlor, Little Russia Chili Parlor. I had it, the Wheelbarrow and Pizzagel. So all fabulous foundational businesses that are right here that now have new ownership. So those were ones where businesses were bought. And then you have the generational businesses, which we love. We love being able to share the story of what it takes to take over mom or dad's business. And so Shirley Construction and Current Electrical are in there telling about their generational stories. One is 4 generations. Shirley Construction has been 4 generations. And the other is Current Electrical, and they're in their 2nd generation. But a unique little thing that happened in that one is Shirley Construction's, one of the generations actually helped to start Current Electrical. It was one of the first people who stepped in and said, hey, we need your business, come work with us. So, you know, you just never know who's going to be those partners to help grow your business and to just say yes as an entrepreneur.
It's absolutely amazing. What were you thinking when all these articles started coming together?
It was pretty wild because we didn't think that it was going to happen, but I guess what it really shows is, you know, they talk about the silver tsunami and they talk about all this generational wealth transitioning. We even talk all the time about employment and how hard it is to find employees. Well, we're losing this phenomenal, hardworking generation. They're starting to say, hey, anybody want my business? And that's what we got to see. And then they're also making the decision to step into retirement and to enjoy their later years. And we're all getting to experience what that means, whether it's having to find new employees or whether it's that knowledge that needs to be there to help pass that on. Fry's Auto's one is really unique because it talks about how Joe is a part of Washburn Tech. He goes to school there, he knows what he wants to do, but he has no idea that he's going to join this company that later he will now own. And so they went through a 5-year transition of really saying, you know what, I think you're the right person, and then let's figure this out, because there's a lot of difficulty in letting go of your business. It's hard to pass it on. And they did this great job of saying, yep, you're the person, and now let's figure out how to get you to the place where you can take ownership, because starting is different than buying.
I absolutely love that. Like I said, I cannot wait to read some of these articles because it's almost inspirational, if you will. Like you just said, you started a business, you don't know what's going to happen next. Next thing you know, you're owning the business. It's powerful right there.
It is, it is.
So how, real quick, you know, just having talked to all these people, how does the future look for Topeka then with all these new business owners?
You know, it's exciting. I think you said it, a renewal. I think that, you know, you get nervous when you see some of these business owners thinking about leaving, but now that there's new people coming in. Of course, it'll be different. There'll be changes, but a lot of them are really trying to honor and respect the past while taking and saying, okay, but what's next? What's new? And how do I take it to the next level? So I think it's great. I think that Topeka continues to grow and find new ways to create businesses and invest in itself. So good things ahead.
I think Topeka's future is going to look pretty bright.
I do too.
Well, Tara, thank you so much for joining us today. And of course, everybody, to learn more, you can go to TK